The way y'all keep coming with excuses as to why these nail shops and other Asian businesses and restaurants and stuff are empty, y'all really don't believe that when black people set their minds to it, that they can actually stick to it and make differences. But then again, yes, y'all do. It's why y'all try so hard to convince us, like white supremacists have always done for so many years, that it doesn't matter when we unify, when clearly it does. But to see y'all writing all these excuses, it's a Monday, oh, it's still too early, or this, or maybe just people are standing on their word, black people, and keeping their money in black businesses. Bravo, black people.
Oh, we boycotting Asian businesses, but you still buying your stuff from China. Shut up. The difference between the manufacturers over there in China and the businesses over here in the U.S. is that the manufacturers in China actually understand the value of the black dollar. So they're going to do whatever it takes to maintain our business. The businesses over here, however, feel like we need them more than they need us, which is the other way around, because we can cut the middleman all together and go straight to the plug. We really don't need them. And since we're boycotting the Asian-owned businesses, especially the beauty supply stores, when these stores start closing down, black people, open you a spot in the same spot that they were. Thank you.
Welcome back to the Voice of the Voiceless. In today's video, we're looking at the ongoing conversation around the boycott of some Asian-owned businesses and why many black people are now questioning where they spend their money. This issue has sparked a lot of reactions online, with people sharing their experiences in beauty supply stores, salons, restaurants, and other businesses. Before we go deeper into the conversation, watch these clips carefully, and when we come back, I'll share my thoughts.
I love when the black community says, let's boycott Asian businesses. Please do. We'll get rid of the Chinese takeout, the dry cleaners, the laundromats. Let's get rid of the liquor stores as well. Get rid of the Jordans you guys wear, the Nikes you wear, the shower caps, the Hondas, the Hyundais, all your car electricians, the electronics in your house, the Sony, the TV system, your sound system, the microphones that you guys use to rap and speak about awareness for the black culture and the hip hop culture. Where do you think that's made? That's made all in Asia. And here's another thing for you guys. You guys want us to leave the neighborhood so bad? Oh, Asian people are not neighborhoods? We're in white neighborhoods. We have our own Chinatown. We have our own Koreatown. You think we really need you guys to benefit off and make money?
I see you let your mouth overload your ass. Now you people standing outside the beauty supplies, the nail shops, the Chinese restaurants wondering where the blacks at. See, you are half of us. So there's 2 times as many as us, but you have 3 times as much wealth. So every fucking time we spend $1, we transfer wealth. Yeah, you need it. That's why you're standing outside looking like a motherfucking fool, and that's why they made you take this video down. You worried about the Chinese food. Y'all moving next to the goddamn ASPCA, getting them dogs and cats. We don't know what the fuck you feed us. It could be a squirrel. But see, y'all talk too damn much. We can make our own shit, because you showed us how to... Bitch, did you say dry cleaner? Bitch, what? You wouldn't even know how to clean or to dry clean without this man right here in 1821, a free man. Patented the dry cleaning system. Who the fuck you talking to? You talking about Nikes and you got fucking child labor. Yo, people chained to the motherfucking deck, making $150 to $300 a month, and that's on the high end. Still gotta have another job to make ends meet, selling pussy and plates in order to make it. For some $180 Jordans that it costs $2.50 to make. Who the fuck you talking? You know we got passports now. We can fly anywhere. Now, before you know it, our niggified asses will be coming over to Asia. We will be buying your handbags, your Nikes, and bringing them back and selling them for $100. You fucked yourself in the game because you let your mouth overload your ass. You worried about the liquor stores. Baby, everybody got a liquor store. Walmart sell the liquor. Myers sell the liquor. Everybody sell the liquor. And we can always go over here with the Arabs, which I'm not really that fond of my goddamn self. But everybody sell the liquor. You worried about Sony? It's because you can make it cheap because your people are slaves. It's crazy as hell that they eat in air and sunshine. Those of them that don't have no money. You know there's still Zenith and RCA. So y'all voted for Trump at the rate of 28%. What he taught the black community is that we have to lean on each other. What he's teaching the American people is that we don't need you and you can go the fuck home. You thought holding 28% of the wealth was going to keep you in this country? Absolutely the fuck not. Everybody wants you to go home. Bitch, and I know you're not talking about a fucking Hyundai that every fucking body can hotwire. No, I ain't never stole a car before in my life, but I'm pretty sure that I could get in and stick my finger in the keyhole and drive that bitch away because they faulty. You worried about the microphone? Are we going back American made? If it were not for the black community, the hair, the nails, the food, the cheap ass products that you sell, running your people like slaves, you wouldn't have a fucking dime. And you not in a neighborhood. Did you think living with white folks was a brag? Your own Chinatown, your own Koreatown. It's so many of y'all. But there's also some of y'all that live below poverty level. You bit the hand that fed you. And you thought the black community was not valuable. Now you people standing outside the hair store, the liquor store. Y'all standing outside wondering where the blacks at. You let your mouth overload your ass. You do need us. Because, well, we are the reason why you generate wealth. Now, you came in 1965 because I deemed it so, Immigration and Nationality Act. And so you came in and they gave you this property. But instead of respecting the people whose money you got, you decided that you would disrespect. Well, you took something from us and you can't give it back. Now, watch this. Because if it's up to me, you motherfuckers will eat air and sunshine and you'll go back to your overpopulated ass motherfucking country. Bitch, we don't want no Hyundai. We don't need your dry cleaning. We don't need your dogs, your cats, your rats, and your motherfucking squirrel. We don't need your liquor that you watering down and sealing the top back. We don't need your Sony because we got RCA and Zenith. You let your mouth overload your ass and I'm the reason why you here. What? You came here under the STEM Act. You gonna tell me to go to the bank and get a loan? We can't get a loan. That's why you in the neighborhood. You did your research. You saw what it was that we needed and you provided it. But you provided it with disdain because, well, white people ain't buying your shit. They ain't buying your Chinese food. They ain't buying your hair. Them motherfuckers ain't coming off in the ghetto to get their goddamn nails done. They ain't buying your goddamn Hyundai. And when you say you don't need my money, well, let's see. Keep on living, bitch. Let's see. I'm not remaking this video because, well, you're not worth it. I didn't mean to STEM act. I meant to say that you came on science, technology, engineering, and medicine. You always had a head above us because people are always showing up and thinking that they can do better than the black community without the black community. Now, bitch, watch this.
So I'm watching all these Asian people online. They are literally crashing out. I mean, crashing out. And they just proved our point. You cannot survive without us. They cannot survive without black people. Okay? Here's my thing. You guys are getting mad saying that get mad because we're boycotting. And then what they'll do is they'll try to bring up things that black people have done to Chinese people, right? Especially during COVID. But here's the solution to that. Boycott black businesses. That's it. That's all you have to do. Just boycott black businesses. It's just so simple. As a matter of fact, take it a step further, okay? Move your business out of black neighborhoods. You know, go over to the white neighborhoods, okay? Do that, okay? Like, you know, don't stay any place where you're not welcomed. Black people don't do that. We don't stay places where we're not welcome. Plain and simple. If we can't spend our money there, okay, cool. We'll take it somewhere else. It's just that simple. Don't stay in no place where your businesses are not welcome. Go somewhere else. I just find it funny how you're mad for black people boycotting it, but you know we call each other out when it comes to a lot of fuckery in our community. You know, it's funny Asians don't call each other out for the stuff that their people do. I seen the way that these Asians treat Africans in Africa. Treat them like straight up slaves, right? Paying them low wages and not even caring. How many times have Chinese and Asians falsely called the cops on black people? How many times have black people ordered their food from one of those shops and had to wait an hour or whatever to get their order while their white friends got all their orders?
It happens every single day. People steal our style, they steal our culture, they steal our words, they steal how we dress, how we feel, what we drink, what we eat, everything. And we can't allow that to be a point where it's like, oh man, we ain't getting the credit. It's almost like you gotta be like, oh shit, we gotta do it even harder.
Exactly.
Like everything that we do, we move the needle. That's right. And we gotta continue to do that.
People love the culture from black people, and then when they see black people go through the worst injustice ever, they quiet.
Exactly.
And it's like, we need that love. We need that. Give us that credit by standing with us so we can stand together, all nationalities. But you see us going through it, say something, because we're here. We're giving the world our sauce and all of that. And it's like, if you want to take that sauce or whatever you want to call that thing we give out to the world, then be there with us. Speak up against the injustice.
If they do it to the most marginalized and get away with it, they will start doing it to everyone. That has been ringing in my head, and this situation comes to mind. In 2005, during the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina, when Black people went to grocery stores and got supplies and food, they were looting. They were criminalized. When white people did it, they were finding food. They were surviving. Now, I was only 4 years old when Hurricane Katrina happened, and social media wasn't really a thing, so I don't know how much backlash and discussion there was about this, but I have a feeling that a lot of people that looked like me didn't really seem to care a lot that Black people were being criminalized when white people weren't. Now in 2024, 19 years later, Hurricane Helene, everyone is getting criminalized. Everything is considered looting. I've been saying this for forever, and I mean it's as clear as. There's also something to be said about the lack of solidarity and uproar when it came to Hurricane Katrina, and a lot of it was due to the lack of social media and the lack of spreading information, but a lot of it was also due to racism, because New Orleans was a predominantly Black community, whereas what's happening in Appalachia, this is a predominantly white community. And there is more uproar and outcry right now, and I think a lot of it is because people remember Hurricane Katrina, but also because these are white people. At the end of the day, neither community deserves to be criminalized and denied their basic human rights because they're trying to survive a catastrophe.
The white man is trying to be everything Black. We taught them how to bathe, we taught them how to clean themselves, we taught them how to wash themselves.
And the white race, they the criminals, they the ones on Section 8, food stamps, welfare, Medicaid. Black people, we are hardworking people.
If you want to change, you want to talk about the Black culture or about Blacks in general, what would it be?
That people will start stereotyping us. That's what I would love to change, because people think that we are something that we're not. And the white race, they the criminals, they the ones on Section 8, food stamps, welfare, Medicaid. Black people, we are hardworking people.
If you want to change, you want to talk about Blacks in general, Black people in general, African Americans, African Black Americans, everything Black, what would it be?
I don't want to change nothing Black, because Black is beautiful. And if you understand the concept, the white man is trying to be everything Black. They don't want to be nothing European. Everything Black they want to be. So I would never want to change anything Black, because let me tell you something, Black is beautiful, and we set the trend.
Black race is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Because we set the trend for European people. We taught them how to bathe, we taught them how to clean themselves, we taught them how to wash themselves. Let me tell you something, a lot of Black people have innovated. They have innovated different things. The Black man innovated what is it? The light, the heart. What is it? Heart surgery, different things. Let me tell you, everything is Black here. They reversed it and took it upon themselves to say, we invented this. White people didn't invent nothing. Black people invented everything, okay? Even down to technology. And the first Black lady invented technology for these white people. So European people will always try to steal our stuff. So that's why I would never change nothing about Black, because we set the trend for them.
The first Black people that took the white people up to space. It was the Black people, not white.
Come on. Everything musical, from rock and roll to disco to soul, everything. We invented everything. And they took it and reversed it to make it seem like the white man invented this stuff. Christopher Columbus did not find America.
Welcome back to The Voice of the Voiceless, the channel where we look beyond viral arguments, examine the ideas behind them, and make difficult conversations easier to understand. In today's video, we're discussing a heated debate about Black American culture, cultural influence, and cultural appropriation. The conversation began after a man claimed that Black people had stolen white culture, a statement that immediately attracted strong reactions online. Several creators responded by pointing to the enormous influence Black Americans have had on music, language, food, fashion, entertainment, technology, and popular culture in the United States and around the world. Others try to explain the difference between appreciating a culture and taking from it without respect, credit, or understanding. This is important because culture is not only about clothing, hairstyles, music, or slang. Culture also carries history, struggle, identity, memory, and the experiences of a people. At the same time, cultural history can be complex, and not every claim made in the viral clip is automatically accurate. Some inventions, musical traditions, foods, and expressions developed through the contributions of many communities over long periods. That does not erase Black contributions, but it reminds us to separate strong emotions from verifiable history. The central question in this video is not simply who owns culture. It is how society recognizes the people who create, develop, and popularize cultural forms, especially when those same people have sometimes been mocked, excluded, or punished for them. Why are certain hairstyles, accents, musical styles, or fashion choices criticized when Black people use them, but praised as fashionable when others adopt them? Why do some creators gain attention and profit from styles that originated in Black communities, while the original communities receive little recognition? These questions explain why the topic continues to create anger and debate. This video will examine the different opinions shown in the clips, the emotional responses they produced, and the wider issue of respect, recognition, and fairness. This video will examine the different opinions shown in the clips, the emotional responses they produced, and the wider issue of respect, recognition, and fairness. We're not here to promote hatred towards any group or to claim that one race has contributed everything while another has contributed nothing. We're here to understand why many Black Americans feel protective of their cultural identity and why dismissing that identity can be deeply offensive. Also consider who receives credit, who receives financial opportunities, and who is allowed to represent a cultural expression publicly. Cultural exchange can be positive when it involves curiosity, permission, acknowledgement, and mutual respect. The problem begins when an influential group removes the history, changes the meaning, claims ownership, or benefits from something while continuing to disrespect the people connected to it in society. As you watch, pay attention to the language being used, the historical examples being mentioned, and the difference between evidence, opinion, exaggeration, and personal experience. Watch the first set of clips.
Think about it. Some of the very best stand-up comedians, some of the very best musicians.
Jazz, dude.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
It's not a secret that the music industry has been stealing Black music for more than a century, but now they have begun to automate their theft. Last week, R&B superstar SZA went to Instagram and she had a message for every Black creative. She used a new AI detection tool that The Atlantic released, and she discovered that 238 of her songs were being used to train AI music generators without her permission, without her knowledge, and most importantly, without her being paid a dime. She said that some of the songs were unreleased, and she called it what it is, degenerate. She called it theft, and she issued a warning. She said, don't give away your vibranium. Don't train AI with your genius. Now, the company that's at the center of this is called Suno. It's an AI music platform that raised $400 million last year. SZA also called out Diplo, the producer. Now, he has publicly praised Suno and AI music tools, and he spent decades building his career, a career that critics say was built on the Blacks of African culture, without any meaningful credit or compensation. He had a response for SZA. He said that she should either adapt or get left behind. But none of this is new. It's a pattern. Because in the 50s, white record labels signed Black artists to exploitative contracts and handed the profits to white executives. Rock and roll, which was born from blues and gospel, was repackaged and sold to white America, while Black originators struggled in poverty.
Your resources are worthless without white people's inventions. I'm sick of hearing about how white people stole all the resources. They're not worth anything without our inventions.
To be fair, white people have made some of the most important inventions in human history, like the nuclear bomb, which was used to kill over 200,000 civilians, or the transatlantic slave trade, which was used to kill over 2 million Africans in the Middle Passage alone, or colonialism, which was used to steal over $45 trillion from India. Okay, wait, let's get serious. White people literally gave us modern medicine. Half of us would be dead without it. Oh wait, no, that was a Muslim scholar in Persia. But they gave us modern mathematics. We wouldn't have our phones without it. Oh no, wait, that was another Muslim scholar in Iraq. But they gave us philosophy, bro. You can't even break that. That's Greek philosophers. They're literally European. No, the only reason that we have those texts today is because Muslim scholars preserved them through the Dark Ages. White people's greatest invention was convincing the entire world that they invented everything. If you enjoyed my video or you found it informative, please show me a follow.
We hope that after watching the clips and hearing this commentary, you can now see exactly what is happening in this debate. The argument is not only about hairstyles, music, clothing, slang, or who invented a particular item. It is about recognition, power, memory, and the way cultural contributions are treated. Many Black Americans are saying that their creativity has helped shape modern American life and global popular culture. Yet, the people behind that creativity have not always received equal respect, protection, ownership, or opportunity. They also point to a painful double standard. A cultural expression may be described as unprofessional, dangerous, or inappropriate when associated with Black people, then reintroduced as fashionable or innovative when adopted by someone outside the community. That experience can make cultural borrowing feel like erasure rather than admiration. At the same time, the discussion becomes less useful when frustration turns into sweeping claims about every white person, every Black person, or any entire racial group. No community thinks or behaves as one person, and strong arguments do not need insults or inaccurate history to be powerful. The most responsible conclusion is that Black American culture has made extraordinary contributions that deserve clear acknowledgement, serious historical study, and fair economic recognition. It is also true that culture develops through contact and exchange. Music, food, language, and fashion often change when communities meet, collaborate, migrate, and influence one another. The challenge is to make that exchange respectful. People can appreciate cultural traditions by learning where they came from, naming the originators, supporting creators from the community, avoiding stereotypes, and listening when members of that community explain why something is sensitive. Creators, companies, and influencers should also ask who benefits when cultural expressions become profitable. Giving credit is important, but fair payment, representation, and access to opportunity matter as well. For viewers, the lesson is to approach viral claims carefully. A confident speaker can still be wrong. An emotional response can contain a valid concern, and a true historical point can be weakened by exaggeration. Check sources, separate personal experiences from universal conclusions, and do not let social media turn a discussion about justice into hostility between ordinary people. The strongest response to cultural erasure is not hatred. It is education, documentation, ownership, support, and honest conversation. So, after everything you have seen, do you believe social media is helping people understand cultural appropriation, or is it making the disagreement more divided? Leave your answer and your reasons in the comment section. Your perspective may differ from someone else's, but disagreement can still produce understanding when people listen carefully, question assumptions, and respond without dehumanizing others involved. Thank you for watching The Voice of the Voiceless and for being part of this conversation. Please subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment with your thoughts, and share it with others who may find the discussion valuable. Turn on your notifications so you do not miss our next explanatory video, and remember to keep every conversation thoughtful, factual, and respectful.